Well, everyone, I am in the town of Smiley, Texas. Just checking out this gnarly looking tree. Looks like something straight out of a horror movie, doesn't it? You know, you see a town called Smiley on the map, automatically you want to visit. How does it get a name like Smiley? Well, it turns out the town was named after a sheep herder who settled here in the 1870s. His name was John Smiley. And basically he founded the town. In 1920 there were 600 people here. That's a good sized town in 1920. It's very prosperous. Agriculture mostly. 2010 there were still 543 people here. Today there are a little over 400. Let's see, median age is 42. There's the post office for the town. Median household income is $33,400 a year. That's $640 a week. So that's pretty low income. The town is 68% Hispanic, 30% white, last 2% mixed race. Yeah, this is the little downtown. It's pretty quiet. It is a Tuesday, January 2nd. Nicole and I are actually staying in San Antonio, which is a little over an hour west of here. There's not much happening here though, is there? Pretty much it for downtown, so I'm going to look around the rest of the town. Let's see what we can find. There's a little cafe there though. Los Reyes Cafe. Cool. Now you can probably guess that poverty is pretty high, and it is. Overall, 33.5%. It's really bad for children though. 80%. That is the second highest I've ever seen. I've seen a few towns in the 70s. That town in Arkansas, cotton plant, had 90%. This is only the second town I've been in where it's above 80 for children. Folks 65 and older, it's 21%. We've got some dogs just having some fun in the street. But what's the cost of living? It's pretty low. 18% lower than the rest of the country. Mostly because of housing, which is 56% lower. Groceries are pretty cheap, 14% lower. Yeah, so groceries are costing you a lot less here. There's City Hall. City Hall, Smiley, Texas. Oh, the city marshal's office is there as well. Interesting. Here's the median home value of the town. It is $81,400. Median home value. That is pretty cheap. You kind of see it. Looks like somebody's trying to put a little work into this one though. That could be a really nice house. God is good. There's a sign on the door there. Yeah, seen a lot of this here. As I roam around the town, it's really quiet, isn't it? It's a gloomy day. That doesn't help. Well, it looks like somebody lives there. A lot of the house looks boarded up. But there's still someone living there. Let's see, the town's library is right up here. Yeah, it looks like they just took a house and converted it into the library. Smiley Library. I've been looking for a gas station. I haven't found one. It looks like they used to have a gas station, but this is long closed here. Yeah, there's nothing happening here. Let's see this another boarded up house. And that one is just disintegrating into the ground where it sits. This one looks like it's pretty much done for as well. A satellite dish on the front. That's something, isn't it? Wow. Yeah, just about a block down the road. A lot of this here. Now, much of this town is in ruins. It looks like it's lost a lot more population than it has. Huh. I haven't given you crime numbers yet. Pretty high. Latest numbers, 4 incidents per 100 people. That compares to the US, which is 2.3. So crime here is almost twice higher than it is in the rest of the US as a whole. You wonder what that building used to be. Looks like it was once something pretty interesting. I'm driving back into downtown now. Check it out. This building is for lease. $300 per month, it says on the sign there. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. Yeah, that building right there, $300 a month. It's yours. Here's the main street. Pretty quiet, isn't it? This appears to be the only store in town. It's the only one I can find. Dollar General. St. Philip Benizi Catholic Church. There's a church back there. Town looks abandoned, doesn't it? There's still, well, over 400 people here. A lot of empty houses, though. A lot. Yeah, well, they do have a school here. There's the elementary school. Yeah, I find it interesting that they have a school here. And a Dollar General. And a couple of restaurants. But no gas. There is no place to get gas. Huh. Seems like a gas station would survive, doesn't it? Alright, guys. I've got 4 towns total I'm going to show you. 3 more. So, why don't we head to the next one? Try to keep the length of this video under control, yeah? Just everywhere I turn, you see this kind of stuff in this town. And that is definitely empty. I think this one next door is as well. There's a person. First person I've seen out walking a dog. Well, alright. Yeah, like I said, let's head on out to the next town. You know what's funny is I stopped to get out of the car and all these cows came running up to me. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. Yeah, they all come trotting up here. Here's some more. See them running up? Seriously, I've never had cows do that when I'm out here in the country. Rural Texas. They seem friendly, don't they? I think they want me to pet them. But I don't think I'm gonna. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get out of the car what I needed to get and get on down to the next town. Well, everybody, I am in Yorktown, Texas. Yorktown was named after a guy named John York. He was renowned for his fighting in the Texas Revolution. He was also a well-known Indian fighter. Interestingly, he met his demise at the hands of some marauding Indians. Yorktown, it's got some interesting places. We'll check them out. But let's talk about the numbers first as I head into downtown. Median age is 36. But I should give you the population first, shouldn't I? Let me do that as I drive into downtown. In 1950, there were 2,600 people here. Today there are just over 1,800. 56% of this town is Hispanic. 40% white. Last 4% is black. Oh, you can tell some of these buildings are really old. Median household income here is $66,000 a year. That's pretty good money. $12.70 a week. Oh, this downtown is something. That building used to be amazing. Wow. Let me get over to the side here, get a better look. This is really old downtown. Cost of living here is pretty low, 17% lower than the US. So I'll give you a look at the downtown. Fueled mostly by housing, which is 51% lower. Groceries are 14% lower. Interesting. Median home value in this town is $168,000. That's actually pretty high compared to these other towns. Now, you know, it's got higher incomes, so poverty is not too bad. Let this truck go by. Check out this old Chevrolet building. Is that an old dealership, maybe? That, you can tell, has been there a long time. That's pretty incredible. Anyway, poverty, yeah. 18.1% overall. Looks like an old newspaper headquarters. But you look at that. I'm sure the newspaper's long gone, but wow. Looks like it might have been repurposed as heating, cooling business at one time. But that is gone now as well. Oh, there's just so many interesting things here. Okay, let's see, poverty. Children 17 and under, it's 15%. That's pretty close to the US poverty level. Let's see, folks 65 and older, though, not so good. 40%, that's pretty high. Auto parts. A lot of great old buildings here, huh? Am I right? They have a big festival here every year called Western Days. And they have a carnival, barbecue cook-off, horseshoe throwing competition, people dance in the street, quilt show. It's a big deal. As I understand it, thousands of people from all over the country come to it. Yeah, Western Days. This house here. It could use some work. That's a great old house there, isn't it? Look at those huge porches, bottom and top. That is so cool. As you enter the town, you've got a helicopter here. It's pretty cool, huh? I think so. The town has pretty low crime. Latest report puts it at 11 crimes per 1,000 people. The crime here is less than half what it is in the rest of the country. This town has a place that is, well, it's famous worldwide if you're into the paranormal. They have a building here that is considered by some to be the most haunted building, definitely in the state of Texas, and among the most haunted in the United States. Yeah, let's go check it out. Yeah, here it is. This is the Yorktown Memorial Hospital. It was built, 1950 as a community hospital. It was run by 3 nuns. And in 85 it closed down and then reopened in 86 as a drug therapy facility or rehab facility. Lots of criminal activity, from what I understand, occurred here. I was reading that as many as 500 people died in those walls, and that is why it's haunted to this day. Many paranormal TV shows and, of course, rookie amateur paranormal groups have spent the night there and talked about how scary it is. They actually have tours, and you can book a tour and stay overnight. Let's I'm gonna get out. I'm not gonna be able to go in, but I'm gonna get out and see what the sign says there. Yeah, advance booking required. Tours Wednesday through Saturday. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's pretty cool that whoever owns it is monetizing it. But there you go. There's YouTube videos of this place, quite a few of them, if you want to check it out for yourself, where people have spent the night. Boy, it really looks foreboding though, doesn't it? Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I gotta tell you guys, that's not the only creepy looking place in this town. This motel looks pretty creepy as well. Doesn't it? Wow. An enterprising owner could set this up as a scary place to visit too. This looks like it's been abandoned for quite some time. Got an old Pontiac sitting there. But wow, check out this place. This is something, isn't it? I wonder how long it's been sitting empty like this. Yeah, this particular building it's completely fallen apart, disintegrating. That's great. Yeah, this is creepy too. Looks like it caught on fire here, this one. Yeah, that's a couple creepy places in this town. Anyway, yeah, let's head on out to the next town. All right, everyone, I am in Nordheim, Texas. The town is named after the city in Germany of the same name. In fact, most of the people who live here can still trace their lineage back to Germany. And that's reflected in the ethnicity numbers. 76% of this town is white. 22% Hispanic, 2% mixed. Anyway, the three towns that I am visiting here, or the three other towns, I mean to say, are all majority Hispanic, but not this town. It is majority white because it was settled by Germans. The peak population of this town was in 1950. There were 477 people here. Today there are a little over 300. A Christmas tree here in the middle of the road. Let's see, Nordheim Recreational Center. Aurelius Hair Station. Wow, look at these great old buildings here. Broadway Grocery. I don't think that's been open for a while. Oh, look at this. Whoop. See if I can get the camera up there. Old drugstore pharmacy. That is fantastic. Now there is a bar and grill across the street, and it is open. Looks like they have some customers. Wow, look at that there. That building is leaning hard to the right. I would think it's not really a safe building to be around. Now, let's see, this town is older. Median age is 56. The median household income is $37,700 a year. That's $725 a week. There's the post office right there. Now, poverty, what do you think? High or low? It's low. 5% overall. Children 17 and under is just 1%. Isn't that great, that mural? Anyway, folks 65 and older, it is 9%. So poverty in this town is quite low. Yeah, that is awesome. Well, cost of living. What do you think it is? Now that is set empty for a long time. Yeah, cost of living, 18% lower here than the rest of the U.S. Mostly because of housing, which is 52% lower. Groceries and utilities, those. 11% lower. Can you see that? There's a couple of them. Peacocks. Just walking around like they own the place. Isn't that something? It'd be so cool if we could see their plumes, wouldn't it? Well, let's see. What about crime? It's a little bit high here. 3.8 incidents per 100 people. That compares to 2.3 for the US. So that's a little on the high side. Actually a lot high. That's 1.5 times higher. Is that right? Is my math right? It wasn't my best subject in school, I'll be honest. Yeah, that house is slowly falling apart. I haven't seen a store of any kind or a gas station. It doesn't appear to be one of either here. Famous shish kebab, $2. Cell phone use prohibited. Employee parking only. Well, it looks like the owner's just having some fun with this old building. That might be the owner there. His residence. Wow. Anyway, yeah, I haven't seen a store of any kind, but there's a bank. Is that bank open? I think so. So they got a bank here. And a bar that seems pretty lively. There's 3 cars in front of it. You can see it there. But no gas station. No place to buy any groceries. That is an interesting looking place. Yeah, so's this one. Anyway. And there's a church right here. St. Paul Lutheran. It's a pretty building. Nice. I like that building. Okay, well, yeah, that's most of this town. I've got one more to show you. So let's head that way right now. Everyone, I am in Runge, Texas. The River Saloon. Drinks, pool, music, dancing. Got a couple cars in front. They're getting a little bit of business, looks like. It's right here on the edge of downtown. Runge. Let's see, the town in 1890 had 750 people in it. In 1890, that's a pretty hopping town. 1980, there were 1,244 people here. Today, there are 890. Median age is 26. I'm trying to wrap my brain around that. That's very young. That's like college town young. Interesting. 87% of this town is Hispanic, 9% white, 4% black. Median household income is $36,600 a year. That's $704 a week. That's a great old building. It is City Hall now, it says. Used to be First State Bank. So poverty, pretty high, 33% overall. Let me show you the numbers. Children 17 and under, it is 44%. 65 and older, it's 20%. Yeah, the children's number is really high. I'll head into some residential. Old decaying building there. So what's the cost of living? It's 22% lower here. That's quite a bit. Mostly because of housing, which is 67% lower. The median home value here is $80,400. So you can get a house pretty cheap. Crime is pretty low. 14 incidents per 100 people. I'm sorry, that's per 1,000 people. 14 incidents per 1,000. The U.S. is 23, so crime here is lower than the rest of the country. First Baptist Church, right here. Well, here's another church. Jerusalem Baptist Church. The roads in this town are really bad. A lot of potholes. Cat sighting acquired. Hey fella. It's a pretty one. Finally found a cat at the very last town. I was starting to think that it just wasn't going to happen. But there he or she is. I guess that's a residence. Ooh. Yeah. I was wondering if there was a store. There it is. Family Dollar. There's the answer to that question. There's an old house there. At Goliad and Front Street. And I'm gonna tell you guys, these roads, it's unreal how bad they are. Jeez. I wonder what this was. Looks like a pretty new addition. Tacked on it. Coin Up Laundry. 6:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. Well, how about that? Leslie's Salon. Runge National Bank. That's a great old building. What is this here? Ramirez Bank. You don't see many banks that look like that, do you? And a bunch of trash back there. And I'm back out on downtown. That bar that was the first thing I showed you. Got lots of people driving up to it. The busiest place in town today. Well, that's a lot of stuff, isn't it? See what I'm saying about these roads? This is what the roads look like all over this town. They are really bad. Not sure if that's... I don't think anybody lives there. Yeah, isn't that crazy? These roads are almost undrivable. Doesn't matter where you go, they don't get any better. Yeah, a lot of decay here. Alright everyone, so that will be the end of this video. Up next we are heading down towards Corpus Christi. Going to hang out in that area. Try to find some interesting places in small towns. So that video will be up next. We will see you there.